What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 102, being recorded on March 10th, 2021. Always have to keep
numbers are hard, Marco.
They are, dude. You know why? Because I was staring at.
Please, dude, you had a rough time over that. Go ahead.
It wasn't really rough. It was actually pretty smooth on my end. But because I'm staring at the number of days till we were waiting in line for the Bad Batch. That's why numbers were hard, because we have 55 days till the Bad Batch premiere of May 4th. So,
awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for calling out my number problem.
I call you out on everything. Let it be.
Of course you do. It wouldn't be the Sarlacc Digest without it. So,
right. Sorry.
Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our Patreons. Right, we have Brandon Epler, AJ Herrera, and Crystal Lampier. Thank you so much for being a Patreon.
Yes.
If anybody's interested, our link is in the description below. Please feel free. We will be indebted to you all our lives, at least for 1,000 years while we're being digested. So that's what Darth Omega said.
We actually have 10 patrons, but 7 of them are us and family.
And my mom.
Your mom.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Dora. She's not watching.
Yeah. Also, before we do get started, we have joined another network. As everybody knows, we have been, we are a part of the ROU, the Raw Live and Unedited Podcast Network, and along the shows with Toy Migos, Ernie's Toy Migos is on there, the weekly show and all that. So we also joined the Red 5 Network this week, too. So we're very, very, very happy to be a part of the Star Wars lineup and try to bring some more Star Wars to that network, because it's already a great, impressive list.
We're like the 26th show on the network, so it's heavily Star Wars, a bit of extra nerd stuff, but heavily Star Wars, and a lot of good stuff in there. I actually just got off. Scott and I popped on to ATSW, the Escape Pod, a couple hours ago, and jumped on their live feed today.
Awesome.
Met up with the Scarif podcast from a Gen X point of view. Princesses and Padawans. A couple different shows were on there with us, so it was pretty wild, pretty neat.
No, that's cool, man. I'm very proud of being on that network and being chosen too, because we follow a lot of the shows that go on there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we just lost Ernie, so
he had froze for a minute.
Oh,
like,
did
he was so excited about the Red 5 piece, because he's been in Florida and didn't know what the hell was going on with anything hardly besides the chat.
That's right. Yeah. So just another distraction for me to look at the.
He was like, "What? Oh man!"
But anyway, I am your host, Darth Moocher. I'm joined here with Chris. He's on this side of me.
Hi. Sorry, caught me taking a sip.
No
What's
problem.
up?
We got Bootleg Joe.
Hey, yo.
And we did have Ernie for a second there. I'm sure he'll come back.
Is
Ernie
that Joey without glasses on? What the hell's going on? Nobody's going to recognize him.
That is not a new person on our show. That is Joey without glasses.
That isn't Mike.
That isn't Mike. Yeah.
Since we never see Mike, don't get confused.
Oh, man. Maybe it is Mike.
Yeah, it's Mike. Let's get Ernie back on here. What happened?
Yeah, I know, right? So
I don't think Mike has a gray hair on his body, so it's not Mike.
I don't know what he has on his body.
In our chat room, we have our live chat going on, of course, like always. Everybody in there, thank you so much for joining us again for this Wednesday night of Star Wars Talk. We have Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast is in there. Santo 1414, Red 5 Network is in there.
Hey.
We have Mando Mike, Darth Omega, Brandon Epler, and let's see, Robert Vos? Robert. And How We Do Disney ROU. Yes. So again, thank you everybody for joining us. And
members of 2 great groups, and I'm super excited about all of it. So, and I hope we bring in good stuff for both of them. So.
I hope we do them proud, and I hope they keep us on the network. I know there wasn't a like a minimal things we need to hit every month or whatever. So we're just going to continue doing what we're doing.
There's no quota.
They didn't give us no guidelines on what not to do.
Do we have minimum listener? No, we're the cleanest one at all the shows, man. I listen to both sides. Yeah. There's no way. Both networks were the cleanest show. We're not getting kicked out of nothing.
Yeah. Well, what's really cool too is the opportunity to cross promote, right? To cross and have some of those shows on here, and hopefully we get on there, just because we're all a big family, of course. The Star Wars community, the positive Star Wars community, that is. speaking of which is going to be our theme of this podcast today. Which is,
shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get a little down just because of what this week held, man. Like this week was weird on things on some things that were just posted as fun facts. It got bad. Right. So I'm just going to get into it. Well, again, I'm waiting for Ernie. Scott had to go. We wish him well too. And he had a family emergency, so he had to take
everything
off.
went wacky ape stuff right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Unreal.
So sending our best out to Scott and his family, and of course Mike is working. So
we don't send the best to Mike.
Exactly.
Mike just gets whatever.
Exactly. So
we send our decent to Mike.
So right away, let's just get into the positivity.
Sweet.
Disneyland is going to be reopening pretty soon, and that's positivity to a lot of us again because we got cut off real sharp, right? They said in April, like in the California Disney part of it. So they said April. I'm anxious that it's going to be opening. I'm also excited that 10,000 more employees are going to get back to work. That's what I'm excited for.
That's huge.
Yeah. So I don't think I'll be going until they get the passes back because it's just going to be a nightmare even trying to get reservations or how they're going to do it. So
not only that, aren't a lot of the rides not available?
It's outdoor only rides, right? So you wouldn't get on the Falcon.
So now the food and the stores are open, but I'm talking Disneyland, the rides, everything's gonna be open.
No, like what Joey said, it's for outdoor rides. So we're all in line for Dumbo.
Oh,
I thought
the Rockets. The Rockets aren't even there anymore. Outdoor. I didn't even read that. We'll say again, another reason why I'll just wait until it's fully open.
There goes your good news, Marco. Move on. That was the happy bit today.
Yeah. Okay. So
we start off on a high now.
Okay. This is kind of good. It's not really good. It's almost like I told you so. There's a bunch of sites out there, YouTube videos, podcasters, or whatever, and every week or 3 times a day they post Kathleen Kennedy's being fired, all those things, and everything's fired. Of course, So
that's the title of this episode.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy is fired, confirmed.
Right. So, and I find that hilarious, right? Because we always wait for anything official, and it's always coming from like the same 3 people.
Yeah.
So, and it's because they think everything is bad, whatever. But
they don't. No, they don't. They know exactly what it is. It doesn't matter. I don't want to give them time of day or name or airtime.
Yeah, exactly.
But they know what they're doing. They don't even believe their own bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Right? That's my slip.
That's all right. It's well deserved.
They don't believe their own stuff. They're just doing it because they know people will buy into it and regurgitate it, and then they'll come back in and they'll argue in the comments.
Yeah.
The whole point of that stuff is to catch fire in the comments, man. And you make money.
Again, another point being made. These sites do not interact with you guys. They don't they don't interact with their comment section. They don't interact at all. And I'm part of me is curious to see what their response is to this news that it wasn't really news. It was a comment made by Bob Chapek during their conference call. Right. Their earnings call, saying that they're very happy with Kathleen Kennedy and they're moving on. Basically,
for many years to come, hopefully.
Yeah, business as usual with Kathleen Kennedy. Now, here's the thing, and I talked to a lot of people on the outside of us and everything. We only go with the facts, right? The fact of the matter is. Mm-hmm. Now, my personal feelings of things is totally different than what is being. So it's not like I'm pointing a finger saying, "Ha ha, you're wrong, I'm right." It's the fact that I'm going, "Ha ha, these are the facts," and those guys do not report fact, and in fact, they don't respond to you. They don't respond to their own comments. They just the next thing is, if she happens to step down and retire, then it goes full swing on the other side, right? This is what we see.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
What's funny is at work, there's one of my coworkers. He's always coming at me saying, "Hey, did you hear about Kathleen Kennedy gonna get fired? Kathleen Kennedy this," and I'm like, "Dude, where are you getting this from?" And
one spot.
I'm not gonna say it, but it was from him. And I keep telling him, "Dude, when are you gonna learn your lesson?" I keep telling you, you gotta stick to the facts. If you don't see it on StarWars.com, it's not true.
Right.
And I keep telling him, watch our podcast.
Right.
And he keeps saying, "Oh, I'm gonna watch it." And what was funny was all week he was ranting about how, "Oh yeah, she's gonna get fired. Watch, she's gonna get fired." And I was like, "I'm telling you, she's not gonna get fired, dude."
Right.
Ever.
And then I showed him that little paragraph from the
Bob Chapek,
from the main guy, yeah. And he was just like so not brokenhearted, but he was just like, his heart was just set on believing that guy.
Well,
and
who has the cojones to call into an earnings call, right, and ask, are you going to fire one of your top executives? Because number one, if the answer was yes, you certainly weren't going to get it.
Right.
Oh, Bob Chapek, yeah, you know what? I'm a little tired of all the madness. I think she's way too woke. I think all this stuff, yeah, we're going to take her out probably by July. Right. It's not going to happen on that call. What's he going to say? Right? Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't think she's going anywhere. I never have. I don't think she's going to go
on
anywhere
her
she
own
decides
time.
To. Right.
Kathleen Kennedy has made such a big name for herself in that industry. Not the average person knows her name. Now, she's been around forever. We talked about this, right?
Many times.
Look at your DVDs, look at your Blu-rays, look at your VHS cassettes. Her name is all over the place, from E.T. to Indiana. I mean, she's everywhere. So she has commanded respect. Now, even if Disney was not happy with her, they just will not up her contract, which we all knew it was up in 3 years ago. So it is she was set to do this for like a certain amount of time. And if she steps down, it's going to be on her own terms, I believe. Right. I don't believe she'll ever get fired.
But what's going to happen is whenever it happens, just like everybody with a theory or something that pops, right? If you say it long enough, it's eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying, oh, I'm going to die tomorrow. You know what's going to happen? One day, that's going to be right. It might be 10,000 days from now. It might be 3. Eventually, I'm going to be right. And then they'll go,
aha, I told you so, you know.
I told you I was going to die eventually. Yeah, 94.
Again, it's the thing that facts matter, timing matters. Stay away from those sites because they do not interact with you. Like, I wouldn't have a problem really with those sites if they interacted in the chat room and went on other people's shows and said their spiel, even if it's negative or whatever. But they are hidden in a little room and they just post things and everybody gives them clicks and they're making a living doing this stuff. You know,
I stopped following them, so I only see it off of whatever comes on the internet. I stopped it so I wouldn't give any support.
Like, I never watch the videos anymore because I can't do it. And he's not alone. There's a lot more of them that I would get credence to, and they just ruin it, man. Like,
and I say that story about my coworker, not to bash my coworker or anything like that.
Sure, I
say it to show that's how influential these other guys are.
You're right.
In spewing their stuff, and it's like,
you're right, because if somebody else doesn't take the time to study, figure it out, yay, Ernie's back.
Yay.
If people don't take the time to study, research, and do their own stuff, they're going to rely on certain people. And it's going to be the people with the higher amount of views and followers, right? So if you look at the Sarlacc Digest, the ROU, the Red 5, anybody, we don't touch the kind of viewership that those do. Right. So what they say is gospel, while the rest of us sit there and research and care and do our studies and do. I know that sounds lame, right? Talking about a bunch of older dudes doing their studies on Star Wars, but it is. We know what's going on. We're not just making stuff up for clicks and money. Although we should, because I like money. I mean, it's nobody's.
Like I said, I don't fault these guys for making a living doing this. I don't fault them because they it's working for them. But at the same time, Star Wars means so much to me that I couldn't even sleep at night doing if I were to do something like that. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Ernie's back. Sorry, we got dropped there for a second.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, it's cool.
Your computer's telling you to give up, Ernie, to take a nap.
Dude, for real. Yeah. I was like all talking and waiting, and I'm like, oh, everybody's down. And I'm checking on the phone, and then it didn't even reset. It was all bad.
Yeah.
Our dude just got back from Florida.
Yeah.
Flies in, goes to work, then comes on. And did you do Two Amigos too?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a trooper, dude.
Josh already wanted to kick me off of there too because I was stumbling with words on there too. And he's like, "You've had no rest," and I was like, "No, I haven't at all."
Man. Yeah, because
we'll hold you up, bro. We'll hold you up.
When did you get back? Monday?
No. Monday evening.
Wow. See.
So I went to work and then did Tuesday's show.
Right.
Went to work, did this morning, and now I'm here. Woo-woo.
Right. Well, we appreciate you here, dude. Of course, you know.
Santos says he was eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's right, Santo. I had to go try them all the way over there. My quest to find High C Orange.
So you were at Batu East.
Yes.
I'm going to switch gears here because again, Kathleen Kennedy not going anywhere. It's confirmed by Bob Chapek.
Yeah. It's old news.
Again. But here, and like I said, I just wanted to reiterate the thing is that we look at the facts, we report, quote unquote, on the facts, and we discuss the facts, and we interact. Even if we were wrong, even if she got fired, we will still interact with our chat with people online as the thing is that
God,
we're not
I forgot.
wrong.
We tried something and we were wrong like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
maybe 2 years ago, right? We went with something. We went with the source, said something, went with it, and it was wrong. Yeah. It was wrong, and we owned it. We were like, oh, we were wrong.
Of course, but again,
they never do that.
We would have be wrong because we would have the facts as reporting to. Bob Chapek isn't happy because here's an article. But anyway, I do want to get into Ernie's experience because he had one of the experiences that I had and Joey and Scott and I had, but Chris still hasn't had this experience. He went to Batu East, and you did get on Rise of the Resistance.
Oh my God!
I knew there was a glow to you,
dude. It was tears, beautiful.
Yeah.
It was everything. I show up first, a well-needed vacation.
Yeah,
I mean, as you see. The YouTube name is How We Do Disney. Of course, that's a whole nother part of the Fallen Fett is, that's me and Evil Diva and our adventures, and people wanted that. And people still ask for a show. Yes, someday a show will come once I get set up on everything. But when that's all we do and we were shut down for a year, I was watching while I was trying to reset, and you're right, we got shut down with the quickness, and it made me sad. I was there that whole month trying before you guys,
I know.
You guys got in
on
before I did.
Nose, we got in.
Hold on, I got 3 quarters in.
That's right, Joey didn't even finish it. That's right.
True. And then so
we're talking about Prom right now or Rise of the Resistance?
Rise of the Resistance.
Just checking.
And Prom.
And Prom.
Both at the same time. We can cry about them both.
And I still haven't got in.
Right. So then, I get this opportunity to go out there. The wife has been, the sister-in-law is a travel agent.
Right.
And that's what she does for Disney. And so the wife has been with her to go check things out and report on stuff, and everything's very safe. Wear your mask, do this and that. And they have it down, which is so upsetting out here because it's ready to go here, like big time. Like the same stuff they have implemented out there in East is the same thing we got out here in the West. So I had the opportunity to go. So we did Magic Kingdom the first day, and then that just already wore me out. If I wasn't tired enough from everything.
Right.
So I literally do the stumble of waking up. You don't know where you are, right? Yeah. I see an alert on the phone, and I just read, and it says, boarding group 15, let's go.
What?
Right, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. And I literally put the phone down, and I'm like, oh my God,
hit you
15. Where I wanted to stay in bed, dude. And I was like, babe,
let's go,
dude.
Yeah.
We got to go now. We got dressed, jumped on the bus, headed over there, and literally walked through Hollywood up to Batu East. And I said, boarding group 15. He goes, oh yeah, we just called 10 through, because they do 10s.
Yeah.
So opening is 1 through 10.
Right.
Then it's 10 through 20. And so there's nobody there. I get to walk and look at the whole line aspect, and then immediately get thrown into a Star Wars movie. Your Star Wars experience. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Right. Then we do the rest of the park, and we go, and I'm like, okay, man, I really want to get over there. I had my chance to where I said, I'm going to go check out Batu because that's what I'm here for.
Right.
I miss it the most. And I go, I see the Falcon, I see over there on, Kylo's ship and everything like that. The characters like stormtroopers and everything now are up top.
Right.
They got to be up top. They can't interact.
Yeah.
Things are different, but hey, it's open. It's there.
Do what you got to do, right? Yeah.
Right. So I wait in line and I go to Doc Ondar's. I'm there for one thing only, and I'm still been searching. If you guys don't know, my backstory is I was up to number 17 on red kyber crystals.
Right. Looking for
trying to get
elusive black one. Yeah.
The black one. And I go in and they had the new 8-ball ones. They had the Vader and the Yoda. And I was like, right. And then I literally, they're separated now.
Okay.
So you can just buy them separate, the 8-ball Yoda and the 8-ball Vader one.
Okay.
And I grabbed one from the top, one from the bottom of the red kyber crystal.
Yeah.
I said, where's the register? They showed me to it. I go and I do the first one. I have them open it. I crack it open, red.
Yeah.
Now I'm just,
yeah, of course.
Okay, I rode Rise. I'm here.
Right.
Whatever, forget it. That was hard enough to get that, right? And Corinne says, no, I'm not going to do that. Here, get the other one. And so she pays for it, and I open it up, dude, and I completely see black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
I saw the video you posted.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, no. I didn't know she was recording.
Yeah.
And I can't even get the plastic out.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't get
dude.
I got a massive headache.
Okay, here we go. Now we're back. Okay, hold on.
Hi, guys.
Wait a second. Let it catch up. And I'll have to edit this in the thing, but yeah, so sorry about that, everyone. I think we're back, and let us know in the comments in the chat if you guys can hear us and everybody's back to normal. There's been some weird things going on in the world. We live in Tatooine, so any kind of sandstorm or windstorm, everything goes nuts out here. So again, let us know if we're back. If cool. Where we left off was Ernie was describing his Black Crystal story, and he got one, of course, and he went to Batu and rode Rise of Resistance, and because of a much-needed vacation. So I'm hoping that's where everybody left off at on your story. But dude, what an experience, man!
Woo, that was wild. So we're all happy for you though, because that was a madhouse, and I'm just sorry you're not rested, bro. That was a trip and a half. I'd have taken the week off from the vacation to rest.
Yeah, for reals. Like, I'm feeling it because I did all 4 parks and everything. So before we end, I just want to send a special shout out to the Staten Island brothers.
That's right.
Who I met there, who we were walking through the park, and I walked by and I heard a saber fall. I saw the bag and I was like, oh man, did I do that?
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Right.
And she's like, no, it was my fault or whatever. And I grab it and he's looking at it. He's like, oh, don't even worry about it, man. It's okay. And I said, oh, well, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like that. And he started laughing and everything. And I said, are you sure? I showed him the tattoos and everything. And then, of course, Star Wars nerds.
Right.
And we started talking about everything. And I see him give a look and start staring. And I said, all right, man, well, I got to go. And he's like, so where are you from? And I'm like, oh, Cali. And he goes, yeah? And I said, yeah, man, Star Wars nerd for life and everything, even do a show. And he goes, what show? And I was like, oh, we do one called the Sarlacc Digest. And he's like telling his brother, that's them. That's what I told you about, man. Sarlacc Digest. And I pull down my mask and I say, hey, what's up, Fallen Fett?
Way.
And he's like, oh, yeah, man. And it was so awesome. So it was cool because you can tell when somebody really listens.
Right.
You know what I mean? They know and they repeat the name. It wasn't just oh, yeah, I listen to you guys. Very cool show.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love everything that John does. Wow. That show's amazing.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to be out there and see that they went and did, the Savi's workshop, got their sabers, were enjoying it, and to meet other fellow nerds and listeners like that. So to the two Staten Island brothers, I hope you see this, man. I hope you guys had a great trip. And
thank you for listening. It was cool, man. And that's awesome that they picked you out of the crowd because they recognize your voice. That's cool.
Yeah, and of course everybody's masked up, so I had to, pull it down and everything, but it was cool. You had a lot of workers there that day who were in cosplay, basically straight up cosplay. We're talking X-Wing, commanders and everything, who then one told me, and I hope I don't get them in trouble now, but they're workers there, and a lot of them like to do it on their day off. And
I always do it on my day off.
Dude, it's a lot of Batu merch. Which is great though too, because you could literally say, "Hey, no, this was all bought here." You know what I mean? So they looked amazing. It was cool, and
that's awesome. Very happy for you, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait till we can get back to it. And all of us can go once again.
I put in chat that we have to have a meetup once it's all open and free, and everybody's able and willing. So, I'm so looking forward to doing that again. So, big light at the end of the tunnel, I think.
Yeah,
coming up. So, man, that was awesome. So
that was the good news because the rest of your topics suck.
Exactly. So it's got this next one. This next one's okay. I'll go with this one for now. I'll save the best one for last. What's it? Leox? Is it Leox?
This is the one. I didn't know which one you were going to choose.
Let's do Leox. So StarWars.com posts bios from the High Republic series, right? And they've done Marchion Row. They've done all these other ones, and they did 2 today. Or this week, one was Leox, which is he's like the Han Solo character of the Into the Dark book. He runs the ship called the Vessel. So he comes off as this swaggery pirate dude, just kind of like in his own world. Now,
well, a stoner hippie is what he is. Let's call it what he is. He's stoned most of the time on spice, right? Because spice, it's deregulated right there, legal in the outer system, in the outer rim, right? As far as he's concerned,
right?
And a straight up hippie, don't give a shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the bios is like a short little thing that you would read on the back of a action figure card, right? Like how we grew up and all that. So in the first time ever, they basically called out that he was asexual.
Right.
Not asexual predator. No, asexual. So
yikes.
Yeah. So and it was.
You read it?
Yeah, please read it. Yes.
Leox Gyasi is the charming rogue pilot of the vessel who may or may not have a fondness for spice. Despite his undeniable good looks, romantic and sexual encounters are not imperative to him. In fact, he identifies as asexual. His primary focus is piloting the vessel with his navigator, Geode, or the Bind Guild.
Right. So the big uproar is this is the first time that Disney has approved this type of bio that calls into someone's sexuality into play. Now, again, being asexual is not a sexual preference. It's not. It's not a being. It's just somebody that's just not active. That's just going around doing whatever he does, and it just doesn't come up in his life.
He literally said in the book, it wasn't about being it was like, I don't have time for that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
That's really what it was.
And that's what, and honestly, that's what asexual means. Asexual is not a preference. It's not a badge you wear. It's not, they don't have their own convention. It's just, they're too busy and it's just not their top priority or whatever.
I thought it was someone that was both female and male.
No, that's
man, we're a diverse
that's a hermaphrodite. Group. So it's, so no, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get a chart. Hold on.
Yeah, we need a chart. So wait. So they're saying, so Chris, read that. Wait. Chris, read that sentence one more time.
Yeah.
Sure. This is the part that they're having a problem. This is the part they're having a problem with because it's a matter of we shouldn't have to put that there or make it a big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
The sentence is, despite his undeniable good looks, romantic and sexual encounters are not imperative to him. In fact, he identifies
but
as
not
asexual.
imperative.
But see,
Yeah.
in the book, it's not even that big of a deal. So why put it
It's
in a bio?
a fleeting.
Yeah.
Like,
so
F it.
I am in the camp
imperative.
I'm in the camp of that is to me. I don't care about, like I said, we've seen a lot of the sexual preferences and diversity in the books and the comics. We see that even in the movies and all that stuff. But we've never seen it in a bio like this where it doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. Again, it's not where there's a support group for it. You know what I mean? Or there's groups for it. They don't raise money.
I think the cool thing about him being this way is we don't have to worry about his love interest.
Yeah.
Right, at all. That's all it's telling me at this point is you're going to get Leox and you're going to get Geode on the vessel.
But why do we need that in a bio? Like, why would we need that in a bio?
Yeah, that's the argument.
I agree with that argument. I personally agree with it. That's just something that I didn't really care. I don't care. Like, it's not.
Well, I shouldn't say that's the only argument. That's part of that was the constructive argument I had with somebody was that. The rest of them just hate that it says asexual if they don't want to teach their kids about that. Well, let them
But
read
there's
the book.
nothing to teach. It's just it's just. I don't know.
They just don't want to do it.
Exactly.
They don't. That's all it was. They just don't want nobody.
There's nothing to teach about it. That's the whole thing.
So then you're telling me he's a real grumpy character all the time?
No,
right?
No, he's chill because he smokes.
Because he has spice on the other end. Oh, so he's total hippie on that side then.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's sitting there. His shirt's unbuttoned. He's got things dangling down. He's, Leox is. I'll send you a picture in a minute. Leox is dope. Well, I liked Leox.
Yeah,
he's a great character, and in the book, I said it doesn't come up, and it doesn't hinder his performance, or it doesn't hinder who he is. It doesn't hinder the plot of the book, the main plots and everything. It doesn't do anything. So
it's a little fleeting mention to give some, if it's even inclusion, right? If anything, I think it's kind of funny because here's the thing: everybody gets fired up when so and so is banging whoever, right, or the same sex or anything.
Right.
This dude literally bangs nobody and hangs out with a rock. And people are still mad. It's like, dude, the only thing everybody's okay with is Han and Leia.
Right.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
And it's like, anything else? No.
Yeah.
You can't have, like, I didn't like the Raylo crap because I didn't think it should happen. But, whatever. It's,
look, man.
I don't know.
If they
That's
did
the thing. If you don't like it, it's not like you have to go and burn the city down. It's like, if you don't like it, then just move on.
Skip that page.
Well,
it's just a bio card.
And that will bring us to the next subject in a minute here. But again, I just didn't think it was like it didn't need to be called out in the bio. It really didn't.
I'll give it this, because remember, I mean, I'm not going to go back on the things I've said in the past. A lot of it, some of it I have, because I've become more open-minded over time, because I've been trying to self-reflect and stuff, right? Sure. But there are times when it shouldn't happen, or it doesn't do anything to the story. TK421 is the prime example of why the hell did you do that, and why is Tarkin part of it? Right. It had nothing to do with anything. It didn't enhance the story. It didn't do anything for it. Right. And it was a really cringy story in the first place. Exactly. So there are good ways to do it and bad ways, right? Even in Aftermath, there was like 2 pages Wendig went deep into, right, with Sindir. Or Sinjir. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good now. I don't need this much with Han and Leia or Padme or anybody else. Yeah. Just let's move on.
With Sinjir, it kind of worked. It just didn't really, it was just kind of him, you know?
It was the 2 pages that they really kind of just went a little deep. Right. But besides that, it doesn't matter.
But it was part of
I still don't.
But Sinjir, it was part of him. It was his thing moving forward. So again, it worked with that character. Now, again, I didn't know why it needed to be in like a prominent thing in this bio. It just because, again, he's not somebody of color. He's not diverse. He's not in a sexual preference. You know, like I said, he's not.
Well, again, not always just sexual preference, but just people's attitudes or beliefs, right? Asexual, it could be that. I get it. They're including literally everybody. LGBTQ plus A. Okay. You know, whatever. But it's fine. It's fine. It's just I get the book.
But I've read the book. There's more things they could have said about this character than that, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, they caught the spice part at least.
You know. I thought it was kind of like you're just asking to get, flamed on the internet. You're asking for that. So I don't know who they're trying to please on that aspect of it.
But on that one, again, I don't think it should have raised all that big a deal. Because, Lando. Right. Lando, if they wrote a bio about Lando and said, Lando, the lady killer, blah, 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 loving this, loving that, and always looking for sex, nobody would say a damn thing because that's Lando. Right. Not a damn thing. So Leox is the exact opposite of Lando. Like the exact, except in swagger, right?
We did get something about Lando though. Remember, they said he was pansexual.
They did say that, but that wasn't in a bio. That was
right.
That was what's his name? The actor. I lost his name. Donald Glover.
That was
because of L3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and that discussion came. It was never made canon. Yeah. It was just
correct.
Lando would bang anything.
And I think he said, "I see Lando as pansexual." He didn't say he is pansexual. He just says, "I see."
In a galaxy of trillions of weird things, right? Not saying
there's aliens.
They're aliens.
Right. When the aliens are going to show up with us, I mean, they're already here. But when they show up, when they prove themselves to us, I mean. We're going to have a name for that. I see it as this. It's a bio card. It's a description. And right now in the times that we live in, it's a very hard thing that everything is going through. I mean, we have cartoon characters being taken away right now. Right. Our world is Star Wars. So something like this is always hard for us. But what we need to realize is that our world of Star Wars has opened up so huge on this aspect to what we grew up on, where it was all the same people. Right. Now you have all these different groups. Look how many podcasts there are, shows, anything on Star Wars of everything's diverse or in their view or in this and that. So I see it as, let's make sure we include this. And it went through this person and that person and, here's your bio card. Yeah. And it turned into this. Right. Yeah. I mean, so much so doesn't really mean anything that you have a rock as a co-pilot.
That's next.
That's what I'm saying. Is that's
exactly.
Geode.
But
you couldn't even come up with an original name. You literally called it Geode.
I know, but I love Geode. That sentence back in the thing though. To your point, they could have just left out identifies as.
Yeah,
you could have just left it. He doesn't have time for that stuff. Correct. That's really what it was. In the book, what it was.
Correct.
So
I think it's just the day that we live in.
I just don't.
You know what I mean?
And my whole thing.
And I'm stuck in that, bro. Because again, a 43-year-old white male Republican dude right here. Okay. Right. And you can listen to you guys were with me in the beginning of the shows. Why? So you start expanding a little bit, looking at it and say, okay, does that hurt me? By them saying that part right there, did that anyway hinder me? Take anything away from me at all? Not a damn thing. If anything, I identify with the rest of him. Right. So I just, I don't know. It didn't hurt me. So why would it bother me?
Exactly. And that's why I was like, I think there was a lot more to say in that bio than that. And again, that what they put in there is not it's not an orientation. It's just not. It's just an attitude of it's like an attitude that someone else gives you when you're that kind of person, when you're just busy not doing anything. Okay.
But did we need
no? It wasn't to please
that in the thing, nor the uproar.
No, we didn't need the uproar, but we also, like, to Ernie's point, that specific thing that they put in there wasn't to please anybody. There's not a category, like, they don't check mark this thing. You know what I mean? It was something that was like it's a attitude almost like you guys would give me. You know what I mean? Like that would be something, and I would be like, well, tomorrow I could be different. I don't like live by this rule or feel this way. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't born
asexual, correct?
Yeah,
so,
I just don't
some
have
people
time.
don't. Again, you have to look up the term and all stuff. But again, it's a big uproar. But okay,
it would be more like Sheldon.
Yeah. Yes. He does it because for a purpose. He's
just not interested
for a purpose, but it's not interesting to him.
Right.
Okay. But he can switch tomorrow. It's not like I said. It's not a check mark. But that was my only argument. But let's get into the other one. The one that I thought everybody actually would really, really, really like.
Me too.
Oh my God. Especially after Claudia Gray's interview, and she said how she came up with this character, Geode. And like Ernie did say,
mean the
Geode.
other 1,000
really,
people complaining weren't listening to us?
Yeah.
What the hell?
First off, Geode is another character in the dark, Into the Dark book, and he's a sentient being, but he's a rock. Okay, he's a rock, but he flies the ship. But nobody sees him do this. He communicates, but nobody sees him communicate. He moves.
Are you serious?
He actually moves, but nobody sees him move.
What'll happen is they'll be hanging from a cliff somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, thank God, Geode saved us! Where'd he go?" And it's always something about, "Oh, thank God, Geode was here."
Right?
How the hell did Geode get there?
Exactly.
How did he walk over here? What did he say?
It's just like there. I think that's brilliant to me.
I do.
That's funny.
You ever remember back in the day, like I'm talking about, like in the '80s or so? When you had that pet rock.
I was just going to say that. This is just another Star Wars marketing to where we're going to get boxed up right here. It's just a square rock.
It's a rock.
Like an old tofu something.
I had
wait.
So another thing was, again, everybody who's complaining about it has not read the book and how brilliantly it worked into the book and how it plays out. This
I haven't
isn't
even
just
read it. And I already love the character.
Exactly, dude. Like,
that's hilarious.
Just the concept of it. Now, if you just read that and never explored it, I can see how people will go like, "Oh my God, that's lazy" or whatever. But no,
I see it as comedy. I see it as comedy.
That's brilliant.
Like,
the fact that you could turn around and Geode's standing there and it's just a rock. I mean, it's sentient. Like
off the ship, miles away. Oh, he's here.
Right. See, it's so funny because it's like comedy.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Gene Wilder comedy.
Yes.
Like
Mel Brooks would totally do this, dude.
Yes, Mel Brooks. There you go. I mean, we had Pizza the Hut. Come on,
man,
that was awesome.
Right.
So I had
Geode.
I had a discussion with another friend of mine that is saying, like, you know, so what now? Disney, it's lazy. That he said it's lazy. What now? All rocks are sentient, and he just couldn't get it in his mind. And I kept telling him, I said, read it, read the book, because it works. And
so good.
And I was just like, when they posted that bio, I was like, oh my God, so everybody's gonna get to meet Geode, and then it exploded again, right? Like,
not only that, the picture that they show is just a huge slab.
That's all he is.
Like a tablet. Yeah, but still, you know, it would have been great. Like the rock monster from the Never-Ending Story.
Never-Ending Story.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
Right.
Like, that's Geode.
You know, when I was reading the book, that's how I was picturing like when they were describing, like, okay, he's gonna be like the rock dude, but no, it just kept like they would and other characters would look at him waiting for like, what is this thing? And they even
rock
called
in the
it out.
co-pilot chair.
Yeah, they would call it out too. Like, are you kidding me? It's a rock.
Total Mel Brooks.
You know what?
It is.
His name isn't really Geode.
Correct.
Because you can't people with a mouth cannot pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
Geode is given to him, so it makes sense that they would call him Geode because he's not. Yeah,
he's a Geode.
They gave it to him. He didn't. It's not his name, you know. So
that's freaking hilarious.
The next hard to find item in Batu, My Pet Geode.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm sure it'd be out there.
Dude, I will buy.
Just find a mossy rock. Dude.
Yeah.
I will buy that figure, dude.
I'll get a geode pop in a heartbeat.
Man.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's in on it.
I like it. I think like I said, reading the books, it brought it to such a level of that's what my friend said. He said it's too Star Trek-y, and Claudia Gray's a Star Trek. I go, you know what?
God, she is too. And you know what? Rose said that on the show earlier today.
Yeah.
I'm really tired about Star Trek talk on these Star Wars shows. People are getting booted.
Right. They told me. He told me that. He said that Geode is a Star Trek character and stuff, and the ship being called Vessel. I mean, everybody just ripped this book apart, and I didn't have any of this when I actually got it and read it.
All.
I really didn't.
It. I love it. I love the whole damn book.
It's interesting.
Brandon's in the chat and says Claudia Gray is just genius and amazing with the characters she presents us with.
Agree.
In her book. So Brandon, I hope you went back and listened to the episode of where the guys got to interview her.
Yeah, man.
If not, make sure you do.
Yeah.
And she really is, because some of the best books, Master and Apprentice. Yeah. If it's not the best book in canon behind with Thrawn or anything, it's close.
Correct.
Genius. Chris is sending me that she made up ice cream in Star Wars so we could have it in Batu. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. If you guys haven't watched that episode, she said her biggest thing was she went to Batu, went to Galaxy's Edge, and wanted ice cream. They said, we don't have ice cream here, and they explained that there's no ice cream in Star Wars. So she went ahead and took her happy self and
here you go.
Put ice cream in a book.
Right.
So now it's canon. I can have ice cream in Batu.
I can have. There's a reason to have it in Batu, and
I hope so. If we get to a second interview with her, I hope I can throw in my mom's tacos there. Right. And hopefully,
taco cart there.
Yeah, taco cart. God,
even a lotte man walking by.
Yeah, please around in Batu, whatever you got to call it. Go ahead, dude.
I mean,
that'd be dope.
So lesson learned is embrace what's out there because you might like it. Like if you're gonna fight it just because of a picture and you have your own conceptions going on, and it's a book, it's a novel. It really doesn't, like I said, if you're just engulfed in the movies, cool. But at the same time, this is Star Wars, and I go back to the Canto Bite scene, right? And we complained that there's not enough.
This came up on that damn show too.
Did it really?
It's like a repeat. Yeah, let's go Canto Bite. Let's do it.
We're a hive mind, dude. Like
we really are.
I got one for you after though too.
Okay, well, I look at Canto Bite and I say, where's the Star Wars characters, right? We wanted Twi'leks, we wanted Rhodians and all that stuff, but again, the world is so big that when you have these elites in Canto Bite, it's starting to make more sense to me.
Yes.
And then when you get characters like Geode and we get characters like Bones, right? Like you get these characters that are
oddball. I want to see
oddball.
Bones on a show. Yeah,
I would love it, dude. You get these oddball characters, even the Drengir, right? The plant-based dark force users. That a plant-based humanoid is not anything new, but the way they did incorporate in Star Wars has made it awesome. So. Right. Getting these quirky characters, I am all for it. And
Mandalorian.
Go ahead.
We had a giant ant sitting there, and nothing was said.
Dr. Mandible.
It got no crap. No crap.
And you want to throw crap at a rock? Why? We had a giant ant. Then you better have a whole bunch of stuff to back that up.
In the original cantina, we had
the praying mantis.
Yeah, the praying mantis.
Yes, a giant praying mantis.
Yeah.
Like.
That's wolf
our
man.
World.
We had a wolf man, a praying mantis. Man. I mean,
even the devil.
Yeah,
and you know what the reason? And because number one, the Mandalorian already had street credit and backed up by all the fans, right?
Yes.
And that scene, whether you liked all the characters in there or not, was written very well. And the wording and the play and the way she gambled his money.
Yes.
I mean, it was a really good scene, so you really overlooked it.
Yeah.
Kind of like this. Nobody's overlooking anything because they're just hating what they see. Had you just seen the ant, not known anything about the Mandalorian,
you'd be like, oh my God.
What the hell are they doing now? What is Kathleen Kennedy is fired now for sure. Right? That's what would have happened.
Let's keep it going. Frog Lady.
Right.
Her
name is
who
Frog,
literally jumped like a frog through the whole scene.
It wasn't just look; it was act. She was a frog. Her eggs were
that was a great love story.
Right.
I mean, it's Star Wars, guys. This is our universe. Open your minds, laugh about it.
There's give and
people
take.
People couldn't take the time to read a book or read a passage or investigate it at all. But
right,
that's the problem.
I'm one of the guilty critics on Frog Lady though.
Well,
I'm like,
you know what? At
I'm
first,
like, okay,
yeah.
she was cool and everything.
Yeah.
She was cool and everything, but I'm like, she's a frog, but
Yeah.
she's got human feet wearing kids.
Is she really? I didn't even notice that.
Dude, she's wearing like nurse shoes.
Yeah,
Oh my God, dude! I have to go back and watch that. I didn't even notice that.
She's got like human feet. So I'm like, okay, if they're supposed to be a frog
I
species,
thought what is that, webbed, right?
no,
Right.
she's got her and her husband got regular feet.
Oh my God, I gotta see that.
That's
now.
why I was like, remember, Marco, I was telling you, why do these remind me of like that show News to Review?
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was because they look like they're wearing an ornament, like a suit, and they got human feet.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta see that now.
But we can't get mad because remember, a tauntaun is a lizard.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah.
here's
Fur
another thing
and hot
too.
breath.
My friend
So-
also said, you know, it's he said it was lazy, it was this, and Kathleen Kennedy should be fired for this, right? That's what this. Okay, that's what he said, and I argued with him, so I set him straight. But
About Geode?
yeah, again, Kathleen had nothing to do with Geode. But anyway, I
Is
said
your friend watching this?
He might.
That's dumb.
Yeah, exactly. I told him that. I said this. I go, on paper, you write down a giant rock that does this and just happens to show up. Let's put a big dog that runs around with a bowcaster on paper. Let's put
Right.
a big slug that eats little frogs and you know
And has
whatever
a giant monster under him that
on
will eat
paper. Yeah,
On paper.
on paper. So you can't tell because he said George Lucas would never do this. I'm all George Lucas did this a lot.
mean,
So
to clear it, Marco, he doesn't like to be called dog. It's Mog.
Mog, I'm man up
So
dog.
I'm just.
I'm my own best friend.
you. Barf.
I'm a Mog. Oh
Well,
man.
Mog.
Lucas,
yeah.
well,
So
George Lucas, I'm telling you, if you ask George Lucas, if he gave a damn to read the book, which he will not ever, 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 George Lucas would come out saying, "I wish I'd have put Geode in a movie."
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, again, anybody who has any kind of that goes on to the sites and checks out like comments and everything. Look, we're not trying to be yes men. We are really not, because if we didn't
There's
like the
plenty we
character,
don't like.
if we didn't like the character, and if it was stupid, we would say it. We're not afraid to say it. But
Yeah.
the ones that have read it, it's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
really brilliant. You know?
And we all start out with, it's a rock?
Yeah.
Like, what's with the rock?
That's
and you
what I
start
did.
figuring things out. And eventually when you figure out, and you know, it's a rock.
Two images pop in my head, and that's the Never Ending Story
Right.
and Galaxy's Quest. That's remember that rock monster?
Well,
and it took on other
also
rocks.
in,
That's immediately what I would think.
See, at first I would have thought the thing,
The Thing.
or
Okay.
what's his nuts in Thor?
Yeah, Thor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Korg.
Korg,
Yes,
thank you.
Korg.
Korg is
Yeah.
also a Star Wars name. Korg the word for our
Okay, so-
non-binary character Taka.
So before this
Right.
point, you guys had no idea what he looked like. You just knew he was a rock.
We just knew he was a rock called Geode.
Once we got that book, we didn't know anything until we read that book, and
Right.
then
Right.
and like
No
2 days
bio.
after the book came out, you start seeing pictures of Geode people were making, right? And put him next to that monolith. Remember that monolith
Yeah.
that was showed up in
dude.
like New Mexico or something? They were making him into that. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's
You
cool.
know what? If they make a figure of him, like say they do make a
Please
figure of him,
do.
I could totally see people doing toy photography, putting them in certain places, like at Vegas,
yes,
next to the.
Yes.
I'll totally do
that's
it.
the brilliance
totally
of this
do it.
character. And yes,
But here's the thing: I can do that today.
yeah,
I have rocks.
You go
Yeah.
get rocks.
Yeah, but you don't have the Hasbro rock though.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll spend $29.99 for the deluxe
It
Hasbro
will
rock.
be
with
Yeah,
different
exactly.
expressions.
And
Yeah.
it will be a deluxe figure.
It's the same one. You just keep putting the same face on.
Yeah, and that's it. And we'll buy it too.
It's
Oh,
so
man, I
gonna
had
be a
to get
deluxe
two.
for $30. Yeah.
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 I wonder if it's gonna stand on
You
its
can
own.
have it today.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna need to make a stand,
I
Marco.
swear I have to make a stand for Geo because the
Geode
only
and
one that
Veers
falls
suck.
down is Geode. I swear he's the
I
only.
swear. That's gonna happen. Watch.
Oh man, I wish they would start making the character figures for these. I really do. That I think it would be amazing.
Yeah. They do. They do the video games. They do other stuff, Legends
not?
type stuff.
Why
not start doing book characters?
Yeah. They've
That's
done
what
the
Thrawn was in the first place. I mean, and
Yeah,
they were doing them back
they've
then.
done the comics. They've done the
Yeah.
comic characters. I hope they do bring in the comic book characters too, like like some of those Inquisitors that are in there. There's so much. There's so much. But
you know what I'd like? We were talking about. I think Scott sent it to me. Somebody sent me a picture of the old comic set. You know when they would have like Thrawn and Pelion in a comic set with the comic behind it, the white background,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Do that in a black series with a comic.
That would be
a
amazing,
2-pack.
Yeah.
In these new comic stuff and the new canon, that's how you do it. Put a part of the book or whatever comic's been adapted for it.
Yes.
And throw them in there. And
Absolutely.
You know, I bought that book and I didn't even know I had it.
Which one?
Into the Dark.
Oh, really?
Well, you know what? We should do a giveaway because I actually have extra copies of Into the Dark and A Test of Courage.
Do you really?
I don't know who sent them to me. I'm assuming it was Lucasfilm,
right?
Because we did sign up for me to be to get them.
Yeah,
but I didn't get the new Alphabet Squad book. Damn it! But I think we'll do a drawing later.
Okay,
so we know.
All right. Let's do this. Let's pay attention to our social medias because I think that's where we'll put it up on our Facebook. Sarlacc Digest Central.
And let's pull everybody who's live here too. So give us a hello right now, whatever it may be that we know that you're here.
Yes.
And we'll enter your names who's
absolutely
willing to join us here live and not just go after also, a freebie. So everybody say hello if you're listening right now and put it in the chat so we can gather from there.
In fact, I'll give one in here and one in the social.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
I know that Brandon is on the chat. He said that he's excited to read it. I want to ask him, do you have the book, Brandon? Because I mean, like we'll do like a random name in chat here.
Yeah, we'll pull them up.
Yeah.
We know you're here, Brandon. We see you, dude. Yeah, man. I just sometimes I just want to shake some people out in the Star Wars universe, dude. Like, just
from 6 feet away.
From 6 feet away, of course. Yeah,
but still,
I got long arms.
Yeah, I'll send Chris to shake you, and to read the book. And Joey, he's early on in the book, so you'll be able to get some real good story of Geode kind of early on. So start cracking that open, man, and read it. That's.
We had a good talk earlier about reading versus listening, right? And it depends on the book and the narrator. It's really what it is, right? So any kind of Tim Zahn book, I can do either. Any Thrawn book, I can do either. I prefer to listen because I like Mark Thompson doing Thrawn. I like to hear Thrawn.
Right.
Thrawn is very calming to me, right? Some of them I'd rather read. I think Alphabet Squadrons are probably going to be a better read. And I think some of these books, Light of the Jedi, because we all had a kind of a problem with that first third, right?
Yeah.
And I've been through it a couple of times, man. It's a really good book, but there's pieces I know I'm missing. I think I'm going to crack that one open and check that one out. Some books you got to read, some books you got to listen to.
Absolutely.
I think Into the Dark is either. It's going to be one of those where it translates either way.
Well, I'm reading it. I read it. I didn't do the audio. Because I just wanted to take a break from the audio, and I absolutely enjoyed it. From Light of the Jedi, from the audio to Into the Dark, and I've been reading it, and I had such a blast reading it. I really did.
I can imagine because it's a really good, fast-paced.
It's an easy read. It's
good characters.
Yeah, Claudia Gray is an easy read for me. I like the way she writes because it's easy for me to really just keep a grasp of the story and all that stuff. Brandon in the chat, you know what? We're going to send you that book. We're going to send you Into the Dark. So congratulations on that. And we'll get your information from you, and we'll send that to you, brother. So you have that because he doesn't have it and he wants to read it. So you know what?
There you go. Let's send it.
Congrats.
He wins. He wins by default.
We're easy.
Yeah.
Now that you won, you can read it to me.
I'm calling fix, but okay. That's cool. I'm just kidding.
Signed by Chris.
Yeah,
signed by Chris.
Official autograph copy.
There you go.
Yeah, so Brandon, we'll get a hold of you to get your information, man, and consider it in the mail, man. Thank you very, very much. If you guys don't have anything else, that's our hour. I know that we had a slight interruption there. I'm sorry about that again. I don't know what that was. I had power. Nobody was knocking on my door. No police. No, nothing was going on.
Not this time.
Perfectly safe. So I don't know if it was YouTube or what, but it was just not.
That was wacky.
Picking up our.
It's never 102 episodes plus whatever bonuses. We've never had that happen.
Not like that. No, I mean.
And I shut down too, so
yeah,
I have no idea.
It was just like a weird hiccup. So again, I apologize for that. I hope it.
Joey and I had it down. You guys all.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
With that, I think we'll close it off in here. I think it was fun, just a quick talk, and we'll see what happens this week, right? Let's see what kind of drama is out there for the next biopic. I mean,
God, nothing.
2 for 2 on
let's
that,
just have fun and enjoy this stuff. Because here's the deal: they're putting it out there. There's some talented people doing it. Whether you like it all or not, it's fine. If you don't like it, don't pick it up off the shelf. Just don't have to go out and complain about it because other people like it. Back the hell off. I'm tired of real world politics. I really, really am.
Yeah, agree. 100%. I think The whole thing is just lead by example. We do what we do because we like it. But if I didn't like something, I talk to you guys about it.
Bottom line, just let people like what they want to like.
Although, unless it's resistance.
Yeah. Screw resistance.
F resistance. That came up. Bro was trying to say that resistance was important, but I'm gonna have to watch it now because he's comparing the pirates to the Nihil, and now I'm a mess. And I'm oh no.
Oh no.
So
yeah.
Now I have to check. I
No.
have to put myself through resistance.
No.
All the way. At least fast forward to the pirate parts.
I don't want to do it.
So
I don't want
upset.
to do it, Chris. I don't want to do it. So,
No.
yeah.
No, because it's resistance. It had nothing. Like, look, we can all agree not to like something.
Yeah.
If that's it. That's it. I mean, you have a better chance of saying those pirates in Mando were the Nihil. That looks more closer to the drawings than what we got.
I would,
even though we wanted, what's his name so bad? Hondo.
He's coming. He's coming.
There was a Star Wars toy group I'm a part of, and someone actually did some toy photography with resistance figures and stuff. And my fingers were like, I wanted to type something, but I'm just like, you know what? Bless them. Bless their heart. They like it.
That's what it is. I will never bash somebody for liking anything that I don't like. I don't care if it's even in that it's not Star Wars. Like I'm that's just a waste of my time.
We talked about with the Luke bit, right? When I did that, I've been trying to do that more through my lens, the way I see it. Right? Resistance sucks. That's not. It could be different through your lens.
Correct.
You know, it could mean a lot to you. It could be important. It could be your demographic, anything. But through my lens,
I'm sure kids
that
liked
one
it. I don't
sucks.
know if kids even watched it. Honestly,
there's tons of 10-year-olds and down that love that.
I don't even know, man. I don't know if me as a kid would have even liked that.
That's why we had Scott watch it because we couldn't do it. So Scott, just tell us what was it about next week. And
Scott really is the only one that finished it.
Yeah, because we all gave up on it.
Yeah,
like I couldn't even do it at all.
And I pride myself on being a completist.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Like eventually, I'm going to get through it all. And resistance, I'm like, I'm going to go watch Ewoks.
15 minutes into the first episode, and I tapped.
Yeah.
All right, cool, guys. Hey, everybody in the chat room, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Red 5 Network, go check it out. All the shows that are on there, we're so proud to be a part of that. We're out of here. Chris, where can we find you?
You can find us on the RLU network as well.
Yes.
The Red 5 network, and all of our Sarlacc Digest social medias, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube here, our Facebook group, the Sarlacc Digest Central, and www.sarlaccdigestpodcast.com, and Hot Topic Podcast on Instagram. That's me.
Awesome. Joey, where can we find you?
You can find me here at the Sarlacc Digest and on Instagram at bootlegjoe_760.
Nice. Ernie, welcome back to Batu West.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you're off planet. Where can we find you, man?
Here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Make sure and tell your friends to go out and to share a story, share the old episodes. Don't forget, we got a lot more than this. We got the Hot Topic. We got the book interviews. We got the droid builds that hopefully Marco will finish someday. We got, no, he's not, Chris.
I am.
Marco's catching more shit than Mike. Mike needs to come back.
But we got a lot here on the channel that we're trying to grow into, and you can find that also on our Facebook page and look that up. Don't forget about Patreon and other ways to help the show, like we mentioned at the beginning. I mean, your biggest thing is to go thumbs up, watch some of the old episodes. If you're new to us, catch up, especially being a part of a brand new Red 5 network, and our old followers, even the chat migos who come over and follow from my show, They're Not Dolls, and the quickie minis that we do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 5 p.m. and Thursday night at 8 p.m. is our regular 2-hour show. It's just all about toys and catch you up on what's going on out there, and let you know what's going on in the world. Like right now, Black Series is hitting. Very cool wave. I don't know if you guys pre-ordered or not, but Bo-Katan.
Oh, yeah.
Asajj, have you guys got him yet?
I haven't got him.
Asajj. The only one I ordered was Asajj.
And the Bad Batch. Mine should be here tomorrow.
What?
So you got shipping notifications. All right.
Mine's are all not coming to like June.
Yeah.
June.
No,
That's
what I'm saying. They're
from
Entertainment
where?
Earth. Entertainment Earth has sent some stuff out.
Gotcha.
Other private sellers. So right now,
private sellers.
Check. Well, your Instagram people, your wholesalers, and like that. They're getting a hold of them. So that's hitting right now. Great looking figures. I can't wait to get into those. Also, the ones from the Bad Batch and the Bad Batch Trooper. So it's a solid wave to get.
June
so
3rd.
If you guys can't wait, go look now. But we'd like to thank everybody who joined us in the chat today. Once again, Scarif, Scuttlebutt, Santo1414, brand new to the show and an affiliate, Red 5 Network, Mando Mike, Darth Omega, Brandon, who is so vocal today. Thank you very much. We got Robert, and who else was there? I know I saw somebody else. Papa Schmitty, thank you so much.
Mando Mike.
Yeah, I called him out. Darth Omega. And everything else. And Scott Solo, our thoughts are with you. May the force be with you and everything works out. And don't forget Fanboy Mike as well. We miss you very much. He's here once a year. So hopefully we'll get him back.
Yeah. And, on the 150th.
150.
I saw everybody. I'm sure we lost everybody when we had that little hiccup, but hey, it's here for you to rewatch. Exactly. And that's the best thing about it. So remember, that's all we like. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all so you don't miss an episode when we come on.
Right on.
Awesome. And with that, I guess we could do Scott's thing.
Keep it nerdy.